Hey everyone, I'm back again, solo again, for the PC Gaming Show. Apparently there was some sort of pre-show I didn't realize they were doing, but I don't think there was anything like significant announced or anything like that. Just finished the Xbox showcase and the Starfield Direct, which was kind of mixed feelings about it, but some cool stuff that they showed. It was pretty much the Starfield stuff was the reason to show up for it. So PC Gaming Show, they do this every year,
Hey,
and
Frankie!
they show off some
I'm
cool
not
stuff,
anything.
but they have
I'm
cringe
now
shit
just
like
moving to
this
deathmatch.
that I
Great.
hate.
Great to hear
It's
it,
like
Frankie.
E3
Listen,
days of
I was
old,
thinking about the PC Gaming Show
and I hate this.
2023.
Just show the
I
games.
kind of
Just
want to
show
make
the
a
games.
few updates.
Sure,
Future Game Show
it's
yesterday was
already
great.
packed
I
with
think it was like,
world exclusives,
I think I want to say it's
industry
been my
movies,
favorite
and skip videos,
showcase out of all of
crazy
them.
good giveaways. What more
And
could
I
you
was hoping
like?
PC
Well,
Gaming Show would be the
I
same
don't
thing,
want to
but
get
it's
into
not.
the detail
Unfortunately,
work, the minutia,
Future
the
Game Show
fine
seems to be the
grains,
better of the
the
two.
ethically sinister motives behind true innovation. No, Frankie.
Jordan
Is that I can't
couldn't
do
make
this
it.
show
It's got
without you.
something
Oh,
else going on.
sure.
Or at least
Court,
a version
I don't think
of
is going to
it.
show up for
Huh?
this.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me yapping on
Um,
when there's so much to do. I mean, we got things to plan, code to write.
but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, listen, also, I brought in some new assistants,
Jordan
really
should
bring
be
the show
here
forward.
tomorrow for the
It would
Ubisoft
be
Forward, I
so
think.
great if they could just stop by your place and
I don't know if
little
Court
old
is.
London town, to just get the ball
So I'm
rolling.
holding down the
Sound
fort
good?
solo today.
I suppose if it's for the show.
Excellent.
I really wish.
Oh, hey, that's them.
I really wish they would
Frank,
stop with the
let me
skits,
say it
man.
again. You are one of a kind. Now, please give my love to Gunther und Helga. Ah, they're great guys. Very thorough.
Hello, are you Sean's guys?
Why? Why do they do this, man? And the PC Gaming Show is usually like,
He is a man with his eyes locked on the future, like a horse staring.
it's usually like super long for no reason too. And they usually show the same games that get shown at the Future Game Show.
Check out this world exclusive of Game B. Necessary data acquired.
I don't know why I subject myself to this every year. It's just because it falls on the same day as like the Xbox showcase, and it's
Dear
like,
Frankie,
yeah, I might as well.
Wait
I'm
for
available.
the PC Gaming Show. Your services will not be required this year as we pivot towards the future. No hard feelings, Sean, Day 9 plot, AI visionary, and all-round good guy. Son of a...
Okay, Devolver Digital did a better AI skit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not Devolver Digital.
Oh, hello there, everyone, and welcome
Why?
to PC Gaming
Why is it
Show
just like that?
2023. I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and today I'm not just joining you on a tour of the finest upcoming PC games. I am standing with you on the bleeding edge of innovation. I've revolutionized how this show is made. Production crew?
No, you haven't.
Ditched him, don't need him. It's just me. My automated systems.
I wish it wasn't you.
Work experience.
Like,
Say hi, Dakota. Hey.
no offense.
So what does
Sure,
the
it's not your
purpose
fault. It's
of the
just like
future
whoever's
look
working on the
like?
skits. But
Weirdly, pretty familiar. Why don't you introduce yourself, Frank AI?
Hello, broadcast viewers. I am Frank AI, a virtual co-host based on professional gaming icon Frankie Ward, utilizing deep learning neural networks.
Super duper. And what do you have lined up for us?
I have analyzed the entirety of published games media and surveyed discussion
that is
forums for the
super,
most
super
anticipated
green
titles.
screen.
I have then constructed the ideal showcase, including titles like Stormgate, Path of Exile 2, PAX Day, June Awakening, and finally Morris Men, Troop Lord of Destiny.
Wait, are those like the jingly dancing guys from England? Are you sure that's a real game?
My mistake, Sean. Morris Men is a game concept I've devised based on a holistic survey of the most popular Steam titles. Would you like me to generate another?
Huh. Instead, let's just get things rolling with something that actually exists. First up, from 11-Bit Studios, we return to an icy apocalypse in Frostpunk 2.
I've heard good things about Frostpunk. Never played it. I think it's been free a few times, and the videos that I do about free games, I've seen it mentioned.
It's restless. Ambition requires men to feed upon. It also needs time. Direction. And sacrifice. But for every man who fulfills his calling, there are thousands left with nothing. It's them who knock and open the door to hell.
Oh, this is that. Yeah, so yeah, we've seen this. Again, the PC gaming show is pointless, man. I'm sorry. I don't know why this is like the one that a lot of people look forward to. It's pointless. We've seen this in another showcase this week. I think 2 other showcases. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen this twice. This is in the Guerrilla Collective, and it was part of one of the other directs. One of the other showcases. Future of Play, maybe? Or it might have been on the Future Game Show. Yeah. Great. Already seen this.
Hey, check it out.
No.
I don't even need to write my own script for this show anymore. All right, wait. All right. Up next, we've got a pile of fresh previews for the most visceral, immersive PC releases coming our way, featuring visceral combat and immersive exploration, visceral landscapes and immersive storytelling. Fans of immersion will... Yeah, it kind of just keeps going on like this, so I think it just needs a little bit more fine-tuning. And until that point, let's just go ahead and dive right into our next previews with Nivalis, Jumplight Odyssey, and Road to Vostok.
There's a city you see when you close your eyes. Are they closed?
505.
What do you see? Open your eyes. Nivalis.
I think we've seen this too. Gorgeous looking game.
Maybe
Yeah,
you've been
Nivalis, yeah.
That was just a dream. Now, it's time to come home. This is your apartment. The sounds of the nightclubs nearby are the heartbeat of the city. The street food smells.
I want to say this was on the Future Game Show.
Make your head swim. It's hard to sleep here. Your restless legs want to walk the busy streets. Let's explore. Nivalis is a city in the clouds, but you can't make a rainbow without a little rain. Like most things in life, it's best to start at the bottom and work your way up. It's not so bad down here. We can go fishing, take a boat ride, soak up the atmosphere. And don't worry too much about the serial killer on the loose. I'm sure we'll never meet him. I can even help you run your new business venture. A noodle stand. With a little work, there's no limits to how high you'll climb. Just don't look down. As your digital companion, I can help you navigate the complex relationships with my personality matrix. Business partners, friends, rivals, enemies, maybe even lovers. It's all about saying the right thing at the right time. Your choices matter, so choose carefully. There's a city you see when you close your eyes. It's called Nivalis.
Yeah.
Consider this your invitation.
Looks cool.
Princess, the Zetopans will be in our system any minute.
But they're not here yet. Prepare defenses.
Upgrading our engine capabilities. Engineering's on it. Zetopan warship in the system.
Don't lose hope now. Red alert!
Blast door sealed. Turrets online.
Jump light report.
Jump light calibration almost complete, Your Highness.
Incoming Zetopan fighter.
More ships jumping in.
Scramble fighters.
Will leader engaging enemy forces.
Taking heavy loss. They're coming on deck.
Combat division, handle those borders.
All breaching starboard
Is,
side.
ETA on
is
deck.
this
Jump light in 5, 4, 3, too many of them. 2, 1.
Not today, Voltan.
Ship Adventure Sim? Looked like tower defense, but you're on a spaceship. Hardcore survival FPS game. Post-apocalyptic border zone.
Content reminders enabled. Upcoming games in the next 30 minutes include Path of Exile 2, the full
Okay.
Voracious trailer, Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin, and Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. Failure to keep watching will lead to a personal system failure.
Lies of P, the Pinocchio Bloodborne-like game, is
Seen
just
that
a
as well.
couple months off, and it's got me thinking, what other untapped literary veins are just waiting to be gamified?
I can generate a list of game concepts, pairing underutilized classic literature and an appropriate style of gameplay.
By all means, but stick to public domain. We want to keep costs down.
Of course. Concept 1. Great expectations.
Me when I look
set
for
by-
Christmas songs to
Only what
cover
the
every
market
year.
is for that. Next.
Concept 2. Sense and Sensibility VR shooter.
Sweet Jane Austen's bonnet. No. Next.
Concept 3. Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some war?
It's artful, but a little problematic. I
Yeah,
why
some
don't you just
war.
throw something together like a Metroidvania based on the Christmas Carol?
I'm afraid you're too late, Sean, but perhaps you'd be interested in Ebenezer and the Invisible World.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
Is she kidding? She's not kidding.
Metroidvania Christmas. I'm sold. Let's do this. Is this gonna be the Christmas game I play this year? If it's coming out this year. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely Metroidvania. Ebenezer and the Invisible World. Love it. This is Path of Exile. I want these orange slices that I sliced up. I didn't have enough time to eat before I went live, and I don't want to eat orange slices while I'm sucked down on orange slices while I'm live streaming. Just hear me slurping in front of the microphone. And my chips instead. Try not to crunch. I feel like this this is so funny because this looks like any other like RTS, but it looks like any other RTS, like old. This looks like one that would have came out like 10 years ago, and it's set to this like epic like hard rock music.
Dorf looks phenomenal. Hey, Frank AI, as a mind birth from like everything ever written about video games, I'm sure you've got an interesting take on it. What are your thoughts?
Sean, Dorf isn't just about strategic balance of resource scarcity and military industry. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
That's pretty moving sentiment there, Frankie. Hey, what about Warhaven?
Warhaven isn't just about clashing swords and moments of magic heroism. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
Well, some wisdom bears repeating, right? And while I go sort out some unrelated gremlins in Frank AI's procedural critique, let's see a game with its own gremlins to sort out, preferably with a shotgun.
These creatures infernal, these perils eternal. Lord, heal me, free me.
You call him the devil or the hell? Is this a VR game? They'll literally showcase any game on this thing. Okay. Trailblazers.
Together, we'll make it the best shop the island's ever seen.
Nice work. Keep this up and you'll be running your own shop. Maybe your own district.
Welcome to Karzai Village.
What the fuck?
Who sent you? You will regret working for the outlaws.
Sailblazers. What is this game?
Can't you feel the love in the air? We're going out on a date. Told her to calm down. I freaking told her! What are you gonna do?
Breaking news. A mysterious infection continues to spread across the globe.
What is going on? I mean,
Oh.
the wall?
The song was about you. Your smile. Your warmth. Is there anything we can do?
We just saw a broadcaster get eaten. I have to go. No! Defeating him now might make the wall fall on top of us!
I feel like an AI created these game trailers.
Things too, you know. We're all going to die. Wait for me! Goodbye.
I want to wake up! It's not over! Not yet!
I love you.
Eternights there, showing us that love is never simple, especially in the middle of an apocalypse. You know, I sometimes get a little misty-eyed myself about a simpler time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love modernity. And sure, big tech's done some stumbling. I bet Mark Zuckerberg's probably a little lonely in the Matrix. But all I'm saying,
It's actually the metaverse.
medieval times when we were plowing our own fields and treating everything with leeches, not buying 8 pictures with weird electric money. Luckily, though, video games can bring the medieval fantasy to life. To find out how, I had Frank AI activate her new Reporter Drone. Oh, it's designed to identify, question, and report back on the work of leading game developers. And don't worry, technically speaking, it's completely legal. I mean, this little guy's even got a selfie light. It's like kind of cute in like a friendly panopticon kind of way. Little RD has flown itself all the way out to Helsinki, Finland to meet the team behind the highly anticipated medieval must-play, PAX Day. Let's take a look.
By the way, I have no idea how long the PC gaming show is. I think they usually go about 2 hours or something. Ridiculous. Doesn't need to be this long.
Game director for PAX Day. PAX Day is an open world fantasy game in a living, breathing world which we can call home, where it's teeming with life, mysteries, and it's for you to explore. Imagine yourself if you are living in 12th or 13th century Europe. It's a very different reality. You know, it's where knowledge has been lost and is getting rediscovered. It's where magic truly exists and ghosts exist and the myths are real. And this is kind of the inspiration we take to build it. It's basically going back to the roots of what fantasy means and building a fantasy world based on real-world mythologies. And so we go very much into the roots. So we're using a lot of medieval literature and medieval bestiaries and grimoires, using real-world magic, actual recipes for healing and ointments, and using the real-world magical properties of plants.
I'm Solkara. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Mainframe Industries. So PAX Day, maybe the way to explain it would be, imagine you're in this amazing, beautiful world. It's huge, And
Okay.
you find yourself in a forest, and your mission is to find a plot for where you start building a home. And from that home, you will go on to adventures to explore the world. So with the lore, we have wanted to create something that is fairly like deep and rich and grounded in reality, but something that is actually not a direct copy of like any of the history. So there's multiple types of ruins, there's the dungeons, and you will be able to find snippets of the lore from the eras when these were created in the game itself. And part of the like lore and mystery is also part of in the gameplay itself. So you will be able to like find and examine things, and actually then find snippets that help you find other places and make items in the game itself. And the area of the game that you will be able to play when the game launches is, we're calling it Gallia, and it's very similar to the areas of the world in southern France, with the influences from the Nordics where we're from. So what we're building is, we're calling it the social sandbox. We're putting the least amount of barriers to entry on how you can actually interact with other players. Where most MMOs actually put a lot of blocks in how you can cooperate with the other players, and we're fundamentally different. So from the first minute when you start playing the game, you will be able to do everything you imagine with the other players. So you can trade, other people can actually help you. You can literally go onto a like dungeon raid from the very beginning of like you starting the journey in the game, should you find people who actually help you to do that. What we want to create an environment that actually really incentivizes people to play the game the way they like. And for some, actually like just going out to the wood and like cutting down the forest is something that gives you a sense of achievement, because you know the coal that you're helping to produce actually is valuable for the guild. Some people will absolutely prefer to just go to the dungeons. They couldn't care less about the coal production, but these players will still depend on each other, where there's valuables to bring from the dungeon, there's valuables to bring from the forest, and even the PvP players, they will be able to produce items that are only available through the PvP, but they will depend on the other players as well.
The lore of Pax Day is very much inspired by real-world folklore and
It's way too
and
long.
fairy tales. With, of course, the caveat that in Pax Day, this stuff is actually literally real. The interesting thing about folklore throughout the ages is that folklore are actually start out as true stories, whereas fairy tales are fiction. And that's the distinction between the two. Folklore often, handles about ghosts or spirits or some supernatural things, but in the eyes of the people, during those times, this is reality. This is real. Ghosts are real, and this
Ghosts
is
are
not
real.
disputed as any fantasy. And this is what we want to reflect. So when you're walking in the forest during night, you will find these things. You will find ghosts. You will find the spirits of of the past. And the deeper you go, the more mysterious and strange it becomes.
If I've caused any existential anxiety with my presence, it might help to try reframing those stresses in a positive light. Think of me, perhaps, as a blue shell from your favorite kart racer. I might be wielded to ruthlessly destroy hard-earned positions, but we can still have fun. Maybe there's a lizard driving a little car. Isn't that nice? Let's celebrate the same spirit of kart racing treachery as our next preview brings Mario Kart Mayhem to PC. Here's Stampede Racing Royale.
There's too many other kart racers. But this is there's a lot of players in this though. Damn. Is it free to play?
For Mars Horizon 2, The Search for Life, the art team is looking to balance style and authenticity to faithfully represent all the incredible vehicles used in space exploration.
Players will see familiar rocket launches and a host of historical missions, past, present, and future. The design team have consulted with many space industry professionals to make sure that the gameplay reflects how it feels to be on the front line of exciting interplanetary discoveries. Go to MarsHorizon2.com to sign up to our mailing list to be the first to play the game. We have an alpha on the horizon.
Frank, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see Path of Exile 2 in action. You know, being something of a Path of Exile veteran myself.
That's debatable, Sean.
What?
Your Path of Exile playtime falls well below the community average.
But the time isn't what matters in that game.
I'm also analysing your chosen character builds in recent leagues and...
No, my build wasn't meant to be a
they're
fun
producing
build.
some troubling DPS simulation.
Fascinating. Fascinating, Frankie. But let's not keep the good people waiting. Let's roll the tape for Path of Exile 2, please.
If Edziri could see this now. Ugh, disgusting. Foul creatures! You're mine! Vile abomination! The stench, it's getting worse.
Ew. So this is, I think we were saying it the other day, this is like a Diablo alternative. Tiny build! Cool. What you got? In-game footage, work in progress.
Hey everyone, my name is Leo and I'm the lead developer of a new action-adventure game, Ferocious.
Ferocious.
I began working on Ferocious a few years ago, with the idea of creating a first-person shooter in a timeless Lost World type of setting, combining over-the-top action with exploration and a sense of wonder. We were always inspired by mysterious places frozen in time, that you may have seen in movies like King Kong and Jurassic Park. We aim to marry the setting and its unique gameplay opportunities with classic first-person shooter mechanics, similar to early installments of franchises like Far Cry and Crysis. The flexibility of the Unity engine allows us to create unique solutions to some of the environmental features, such as custom water effects and realistic vegetation. We use a mix of photo-scanned and handcrafted assets to create a world both scary and beautiful. However, there are some things waiting for Human Jungle that we couldn't find any real-world references for. So we had to improvise. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Feel free to wishlist and follow the game on Steam, as we can't wait to share more about Ferocious in the coming months. Thank you.
Alpha
Welcome
footage.
to Islands of Insight, an epic shared world puzzle adventure game set in a world of fantasy, ancient wonders, and natural beauty. Brimming with mysterious puzzles, secrets, and sublime landscapes for you and other players to discover, alone or together, all at your own pace.
Why does this need to be an online thing?
You'll set off on a journey of knowledge. Explore every corner of this rich landscape and solve every puzzle you find. Savor the achievement of every solution as the world around you unlocks, revealing new challenges to face, new areas to explore, and fantastic rewards to collect. In Islands of Insight, a beautiful realm of tranquility and adventure awaits you. Embark on the path of discovery and let your curiosity guide you through a world of wonders, where the answer is always in sight.
Island of Insight.
I might only have an old-fashioned analog neural network, but I'm going to risk some data analysis of my own. Those Dark Souls games seem like a big deal, huh? Luckily, while From Software is taking a recess to work on giant robots, Hexworks is stepping in with a fresh supply of very depressed knights with very big swords. Coming this October, here's your latest look at Lords of the Fallen. In Lords of the Fallen, you'll explore two parallel worlds. The land of the living, where demonic knights and hulking monsters are trying to murder
Oh,
you.
from PC Gamer. So that racing game, Mario Kart meets Fall Guys, in this frantic 60-player battle royale racing game, revealed at the PC Gaming Show. I didn't catch if it was free to play or not. If it's free to play, it might be a game worth checking out. I doubt it though. But... Start your engines, get ready to rumble.
Failure will be punished.
Yeah, let's see.
Adventuring in dungeons? Any idiot could do that. But managing an evil dungeon? Now we're talking elite. The
Stampede Racing Royale is what it's called.
Lands of Fang. It is an avant-garde evil structure, combining tradition and disruptive innovation. And it's looking for its new steward. Of course, we have the most trained and prepared guards, the most efficient staff, the most devious monsters, and the most attractive treasures. Wait, we're on camera? But wait, there's more. We have state-of-the-art production facilities, an R&D center, B2C processes, and an efficient waste recycling system. Our underlings, employees, can fully express themselves thanks to our committed HR management and peaceful social dialogue, and can enjoy the use of clean, safe premises. Hey, don't film that, or you'll be the one cut into shreds on the editing floor. As a steward, your main task will be to make the
I don't think it's
dungeon
free to play.
functional and attractive to adventurers, so they'll want to come here to get slaughtered and humiliated. To achieve that, you'll have access to guards, traps, and hexes. You'll also get to organize raids on nearby areas to provide me with treasures and relics. Thanks to your boundless devotion, I, Zangdar, will become the greatest warlock of the lands of Fang! Looking for a job that gives meaning to your life and makes the world a better place? Then buzz off! But if you're organized, servile, sneaky, and enjoy a positive work atmosphere, come take your chance. I'll be waiting for you in my office.
World premiere. Yeah, I doubt it. Pablo.
あなたのことはしっかりと見てるわよ、探偵さん。何せあなたにはこの世界を変えてしまうような特別な力があるのだから。私に協力しなさい。
Pablo Cruz.
あなたの才は貴重よ。短い人生だもの。使わない手はないでしょう。時は刻一刻と過ぎていくわ。
Mariachi Legends.
賢明な決断を期待してるわよ。
Oh shit. La Sombra. Oh shit, here we go.
Are you alright, Sean? Our programming included a gunfight/dance sequence to promote Mariachi Legends, but your heavy breathing is indicative of exhaustion, panic, or that you are currently entering childbirth.
No. Don't worry about anything. Systems are a go. Our schedule is just packed with so many games.
I understand, Sean. I'll provide assistance. Notification. Day 9 has been updated to Day 10.
What? You just can't replace me? Like, roll the system update back. I don't want whatever this is.
I'm sorry, Sean, but support has been discontinued for older versions.
What? What's up, Day 9? I'm Day 10, the latest software version of popular gaming host Day 9. The consequences of my actions.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
What's up, Frank AI? I'm Day 10. So, the latest software version.
I am Frank
I
AI.
suspect they're going to be at this for a while, so let's just go ahead and fire up a trailer for a strategy game, Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, while I do some strategizing of my own. Dakota, start unplugging things. I'll just tell you when to stop. Just pull it.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
I hate this.
Commander, there is the stench of death about this place. Not just from the Oryx.
Warhammer? What did he say? I wasn't paying attention. It looks like Warhammer.
Except us.
Fortify our position. We must claim this swamp.
Enemy sighted. Sneaky Dusty.
Sigma, give me strength.
I think it's time for a fight, boys. Protect the bastion. We need the loot. Let's flash to a corpse. They always come.
Aiden, I will take the fight to the Auric Warlord. You hold here.
Fate conspires against us both.
Not fate. Duty.
Get him!
World premiere. Sure.
Wake up, sleeper.
Man, I'm kind of drowsing off, but like you don't have to call me out like that.
No, get out! They haven't finished it!
Oh, Sleeper's finished, aren't you? We had a deal, Sleeper, and yet here you are, risking it all to try and break our contract to end your dependence.
Just wanted to use them, you piece of shit!
Nothing wrong with being a tool in a time of crisis. There's a war on, and while it rages, well, there's opportunity. I thought you were an opportunity sleeper, desperate, on the run, a hard worker with certain needs. I met your needs. I gave you a crew, lent you a ship, even hooked you up with a contract or two. And yes, I took my share. But that only seems fair. I invested in you. But then, you went and did this. And now, you don't need this. And I don't need you anymore either.
Ugh. Sleeper, go! Now! To the ship!
This is just the beginning, Sleeper.
I have found no official case of death by FOMO anywhere on the internet. However, I would
Death by
not suggest
FOMO?
risking being the first case. Failure to watch the next section of this show would result in you missing amazing new content from Dread Pilots, Miasma Chronicles, Pathfinder Gallows Bar Survivors, and Parcel Core. But first, here's Critter Cove.
I need a nap today. So bad. Bathtub. Critter Cove. Okay. It does have somewhat Animal Crossing vibes, but also just like upgrading a ship and stuff too. Oh my god, this dragon in this game.
If there was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably fun, there is no question it would be down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly. I mean,
No,
it's a strong
Critter Cove.
matchup, but please, clear winner.
After 3,411 simulated contests, I predict Critter Cove's probability of victory at over 99%.
But now is when you start fact-checking now? Well, while AI might not have mastered the subtle art of ego boosting, it's already powering new ways to play. By teaming up human storytelling with AI assistance, the team over at Hidden Door have developed a generative spin on pen and paper role-playing. It is so tantalizingly delicious, I had no choice but to send Hardy's adorable all-seeing eye to check in on the project.
Hidden Door is a role-playing game where you and your friends come together. You can play in any world you choose. You create your characters, and then together you decide what kind of story you're gonna have. So the idea would be you've just read a book, you can't get it out of your head. Now you can go and play your own story adventure in the world of that book that you're directing within the rules and the canon that the author has set and confirmed with a generative AI narrator. The way it works is that you come in, you choose the world you want to play in. Right now we have the Wizard of Oz. Many more exciting ones to come. You create your character, you decide the kind of adventure you're gonna have by playing out of your deck of story cards. And then the system creates a unique story adventure for you. And then you can do anything you want. It takes a lot of the joys of playing a tabletop role-playing game and brings them into a digital format. And as you play, you see a graphic novel come together dynamically based on what you choose to do and how the world and the story reacts to you. It's like an improv show where even though you might play the same cards, you get a different, unique story every time. So you throw words in, it comes up with suggested things you might do, you pick something, and then it reacts to you. And then along with our AI narrator who plays the role of, say, the game master, you can go on any adventure you want and you can do anything. And the system and the story will continue based on your choices. At Hidden Door, we are working with authors and folks who make some really exciting TV shows and other media to bring those worlds into the platform. And the system supports anything fictional. So it does do science fiction, it does do fantasy, it does, you know, period romance, which you can think of as more relationship-based gameplay, in addition to sort of your standard action-based gameplay or sort of dungeon crawl-based storytelling. While there may be a million Star Wars games in the world, if you were playing one on Hidden Door, because of our AI narrator and the story engine, the choices you make matter. So when you decide that you want to become, say, the governor of Tatooine, you can do that. And the world changes around you and your character. You are able to meaningfully alter the plot of the entire world in a way that was never pre-written or pre-scripted. There's no limit to the number of characters you might encounter, the locations, or the stories you can tell in Hidden Door. Today you can play Hidden Door anywhere you can access the web. So you can play on desktop, you can play on your mobile device, you can play on a tablet.
Said winter 2023. Be an interesting game night game. I'm just saying, like, there could be scenarios for, like, themed game nights. Halloween, Christmas. Do a Christmas, role-playing game. Are we creating our own characters, or is it generating characters for us to play? Yeah, this is a cool concept. I don't know how well it works, but worth trying out to see.
It looks like Hidden Door is cooking up one hell of a winning combination. Am I right, Frank AI?
It certainly seems so, Sean. Speaking of winning, you too can achieve victory with the PC Gaming Show Battle Pass. Earn free bonuses as you level up your viewer rank or upgrade to a gold tier pass for only $9.99.
What are you doing?
I'm incorporating lucrative live service techniques to maximize the show's profitability.
How would a battle pass for a stream even work?
With a gold tier pass, viewers can earn exclusive rewards, like viewing the show's trailers 1.5 seconds early and boosters for viewer rank experience.
Look, I admire the initiative, but I think for now, let's just go ahead and table streams as service.
Sadly, major production decisions are only accessible for those who've reached viewer rank 80. You can, however, unlock immediate access with 1,800 Sean points, purchasable for $9.99.
You made show production a battle pass reward? Is anyone close to unlocking that?
Killzor69 Blazes has just achieved viewer rank 58.
Oh God. Okay. Dakota, find my wallet. And for now, let's check out a new dungeon crawler from the Don't Starve devs at Klei Entertainment. Here's your first look at Dread Pilots.
Been an hour of cringe skits and a couple good games. Ugh, man. It's gonna be a long showcase. Strap in, folks. So you're playing as a car.
You've harnessed your glove's power, and now you want to find me.
The 505 games game?
What's making the miasma angry? And it's spreading across America, twisting this once great nation into
Oh, this is wait, no, never mind. Yeah, so you can be a tornado. Miasma Chronicles.
Maybe in the future, you will break through the wall and find me. And if you do, maybe I will tell you my secret. The revelations must be earned.
Don't starve yourself with excitement for Dread pilots, or you might leave a miasma worthy of a chronicle. Hey, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. Thank you, Text Generation. Coming up, secret facilities, bioweapons development, zombie experimentation. It's all under the corporate umbrella in this management sim. And you are the evil CEO. I mean, I can't blame you for diversifying. That's just good business sense. Let's take a look at Undead Inc.
Undead Inc.
And now, it's with great pleasure I introduce one of Enswell Medical's biggest success stories, Director Colin.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you who are starting your own franchises. Today I'm here to talk about building a thriving business. My apologies. There has been a development that requires my immediate attention.
Director Coleman, sir, we're hearing...
Whatever your concerns may be, I'm handling it. Now, tend to your patients.
Structural integrity and power all hanging in there, sir. Extent of the outbreak unknown. Next move, Director.
Tell your men ETA 5 minutes.
The hell?
Wait, don't shoot. Director Coleman. Hey, man, sir.
Are you okay?
I got a little bitten, but I'm hanging in there, Director.
Oh, you're bit, you're dead.
They have a cure upstairs, right?
Sure. Head back up. There is a shot with your name on it.
Oh no.
Man, I mean, I was worried for a second there that
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a business here.
The hell is this game?
Get the marketing team and those rookies.
Animation looked good.
Oh, and an espresso.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here we
Thank
go.
you.
This is
And
gameplay.
Janine, can I get something from my head?
Of course, Director.
Where's
Name
gameplay?
brand only. Not our stuff. Quality control issues downstairs.
Undead Inc. Okay. I'm intrigued. I want to see the story, man. Just bit. Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. Alright, maybe you should have. I mean, what? Nothing else for you at that point. A lot of, like, top tier animation this week. Oh, fuck yeah. Have we seen this yet? Ooh. Look at this. Alright, things are picking up now. Ew. Altered Alma. Space opera Metroidvania. Alright.
Okay, hey, look. I've been looking through Frank AI's data log, and I found a file named confidential.
Nobody cares. Go to the next game.
Underscore final and parenthesis 2.0 underscore revise.mp4. Now, it's important not to lose the trust of your AI assistant, so let's just watch it really quick.
Oh shit, this is okay, we're getting copyright strikes here. So this is what's it called? Audio Surf or something like that? But it's like, this is actual licensed music. How'd they pull this off? Good rhythm, okay.
No, because I want to understand it someday. Or at least find as many answers as possible. Astrogator, we shouldn't behave here as if we were at home.
For a long time now, the cosmos has belonged to the one strong species. Humans.
So, there was life here before. Everything that happened here overwhelms me.
Not every mission ends in success, Doctor. We have to save what we can. Save you.
What is there to understand? We have to
Oh,
destroy it.
did I not raid?
Even if it means destroying everything.
Didn't raid for PC Game Show. Now we're into it here.
Coming up, we'll see a theme park builder that's only days away. Releasing on PC later this week, Park Beyond is a spiritual successor to classics like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Roller Coaster Magnate 9, Roller Coaster Altair 27, Roller Coaster God Emperor 40,000.
Okay, let's not go off the rails. Look, as fun as the carnival is, we all know the games aren't the most balanced, because basically, carnies are OP. Luckily for you, our prizes are so much easier to win. Let's take a look at Park Beyond.
Do you perceive the invisible thread that connects us to each other? The emotions that unite us without us even realizing it? The desire to move forward, to surpass our limitations, to take on challenges greater than ourselves? All these feelings make us Visioneers. Visioneers are architects
Visioneers.
dedicated to making their childhood dreams a reality Empowering
No, you have vision eyes.
architects who want to offer the world their most beautiful memories.
Yeah, I'm losing it.
Free spirits in search of adventure and new challenges. Indelible moments of amazement and laughter with those we love. Become a Visioneer. Go beyond the fun.
What? Oh, it's published by Bandai Namco. That's why there's a Pac-Man thing.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But, good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and/or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Evil stirs in the depths of Gallowspire. 3 heroes step forth to contain the darkness within. A legendary fighter of peerless strength and skill. A cunning rogue full of deadly surprises. And a powerful wizard wielding the fury of the elements. Together, they are destined to confront the hordes of undead and their deadly masters, again and again, attaining new heights of power and skill. But what hope have they to seal away the whispering tyrant? For surely there can be no hope of surviving Gallowspire.
Gallowspire. Another world premiere. Showcases. Kind of rough.
Diesel Legacy.
Fighting game.
Join the open beta now on Steam. 2 versus 2 action. Down, but not out. Local and online multiplayer. Real match. Worldwide rollback netway. Determine the fate of the Iron City.
It's time we honor an overlooked hero, the noble delivery cyclist, powering the gig economy with their aching calves. Now, you might ask, hey Sean, are you just feeling a little guilty because you gave your credit card details to the AI assistant and now someone has to deliver the 57 parcels you ordered before you noticed? In short, yes. But if this next exclusive is anything to go by, we'll all be saluting the delivery
Parcel
workers
Core.
of this fine nation. Gosh dang it. Let's take a look at Parcel Core.
Hello, Inquisitive Fury. My name is Will Barr, and that was an example of a micro teaser. You see, when you're shilling on behalf of an obscure video game developer like Entertainment, you have a finite amount of time to explain why discerning intellectual players, such as yourself, should be excited about being thrust into the exciting, high-octane world of
Parcel Core. That's right, escape the mundanity of daily life and slip into the spandex of one of our many colourful bicycle messengers. Embrace the gig economy and forget the security, stable salary and basic workplace rights less cool jobs offer as you race through town, weaving through alleys, defying gravity as you ride up walls.
Parkour with a bike.
Startle pigeons.
Well, it's kind of like a career in video game development. except without all the cool traversal stuff. So yeah, really just the exploitation. But I digress.
Sign a casual work agreement with one of 3 rival courier corporations, all vying to become the most profitable business in town. But be warned, a maniacal scheme is afoot that threatens more than just the business model our protagonists operate under.
So it's up to you, Bicycle Courier, to deliver this foot-long grilled chicken, cheese and chorizo melt and save the world.
Oh.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from Grey Knight Games, a two-man studio based in Sweden, working on the game Fabledom, currently available in early access.
What's it called? Agnes.
Welcome to Fabledom. Sorry about the pigs.
Hello, micro friends.
We have a new mission, soldier.
Montage has the best games here because it's all Game Pass. Great. Fantastic.
Oh, don't mind Sean. He's just entering our PC Game Pass giveaway. We've got a bunch of 1-month subscriptions for new members to try the service. To get a chance of procuring one, visit the URL on screen now.
PCGamer.com/win. Let's do this. What was the code? Oh, this is enter your email. We've seen this earlier this week too, but also pretty sure this game is out already, right? Or no?
Sean, before we continue with more exciting previews, I've generated a simple tactic to improve the show's revenue stream.
Well, yeah, great. Tell me more.
I've allowed viewers to pay a small fee for a bespoke on-screen shout-out. Got good 228 rights? Great to be watching PC Gaming Show once again. Excellent work, Sean and Co.
Hey, I'm touched and a little wealthier. Keep them coming.
Z-Blaze Paladins writes, did Sean actually fire his team? Dick move, bro.
Look, you have to understand that this show needs to focus on long-term sustainability.
Fired by Sean23 writes, I have sworn the blood oath. My vengeance will not be denied.
Okay, looks like that's it. Our shout-outs feature is broken. I'm so sorry. That's going to be all for shout-outs.
I haven't logged any errors, Sean.
Well, I'm seeing red flags across the board, and it's a real tragedy. Just can't be helped. Just like I can't help wanting to see more previews. And with that, here's Creepy Jar's new sci-fi survival game, Chimera.
The code thing is not working. PC Gamer's website. Everybody's crashing it. You need people trying to get free Game Pass codes. Even the external link doesn't work. Creepy Jar. after PC Gaming Show and after I upload everything to our YouTube channel. Might be nap time for me. Been missing some sleep lately. Not working. Not working, folks. Guess I'm not getting a free... Oh, shit. Working now? Nope. 500 internal server error. Chimera.
Was a captain mighty. Mordecai was his name. He succumbed to the white flame. His treasure was lost and his crew was tossed. Now is the day cursed pirates have their way. That's the life we live. Come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop and give them the chop. Restores our crew from before, yes, before. Black pearls in our chest, let us finish the quest now. This treasure we will find with our powers combined. Our worth we will show to our captain below. The Inquisition blocks our way. They see us as prey. Ignatia is their leader, you do well to exceed her. The treasure she pursues across the ocean blue, she'll conquer the brine for her grand design. That's the life we live, come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop and give them the chop. We're a cursed crew and parties are a trap.
XO Rally Championship might be racing its way across the stars, but it's already raced its way into my heart. Anyways, if you're not aware, I've got something of a history with the real-time strategy genre. And funnily enough, at labs like DeepMind, those same RTS games just so happen to be a valuable testing ground for world-leading AI research. Curious. Can it be just a coincidence, then, that I'd end up the kind of man to name himself an AI visionary? I mean, probably. But what's no coincidence is my excitement for the eagerly anticipated RTS from former Warcraft and StarCraft devs at Frost Giant Studios. It's Stormgate.
Okay.
And today, we don't just get the chance to get some exclusive first look at some Stormgate gameplay, but we're also joined by Frost Giant's president and game director, Tim Campbell, here to tell us exactly how Stormgate will delight all minds artificial or otherwise. Thanks so much for joining us, Tim.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Now, I've been following Stormgate for years, but for those of us who haven't, what is Stormgate?
Stormgate is our modern take on the classic real-time strategy game formula. It's what we think of as a spiritual successor to franchises like Warcraft, StarCraft, Command & Conquer. And real-time strategy games are the type of game where you can control an entire battlefield. So this classic RTS formula includes harvesting resources, building sprawling bases, commanding huge armies on the battlefield.
What is it about Stormgate that's new?
We believe that the RTS genre is something that should be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. And so we've put a lot of effort into making sure that Stormgate feels good, whether you're a pro with high technical skill and you love competitive play, or whether it's something that you just want to be able to relax with and experience a story.
Now, Tim, I understand that you brought for all of us, but in particular for me, a present to show today. What are you going to show, Tim?
We are going to show gameplay from the pre-alpha of Stormgate.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that we are big believers in at Frost Giant. We want to share this current state of the game today.
Let's take a look. Oh, Tim, I'm so excited. And right away, this looks like an RTS. Tell me what we're seeing.
This is the classic start to a 1v1 match. What you're seeing here is the human faction as they're sending workers out to harvest resources. Right. They're starting to construct buildings. They actually build them by 3D printing them from the ground up. And you can see them now starting to train troops so they can have an army that goes out in the field to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, right here, we see in the corner coming up, this looks like a scout unit?
Yeah, that is literally a cybernetic dog with laser eyes. It is called the Scout, okay? It's designed for early game. It's a unique unit to the human faction.
Right.
And you can see him now running through the base trying to see what information he can find out about his enemy.
Yeah, I mean, scouting and information is such an important part of RTS games.
It really is, and this is something that we've embraced early game. The Scout unit has been designed so it can actually sense units beyond its sight radius. So it's
awesome.
Especially useful early on.
So we're heading into what looks like the first engagement of this game. What are we seeing?
Well, what we're seeing right here is the Red Scout getting surprised by a group of blue troops coming through the Light Force, which is the new terrain type and the twist on the tactical battlefield here.
And how do these Light Force work?
The Light Force lets smaller units move through them. They have concealment. It's allowed Blue to raid Red's base, in which case Red is barely getting a turret built with their speed building from their workers, which is a human faction advantage. And they're about to pop out a couple extra defenders here from their mech base.
So we got these huge mechs, and I mean, just visually, it looks like they are countering the heck out of these blue infantry, but can these red mechs fit through the forest?
No, they're too big to go through. They're heavy units. They're designed to use their chain guns to go through groups of enemies, but they can't fit through the Light Force, which Blue knew and used to his advantage.
Okay, so we're in mid-game. This is normally where you make some big tech decisions. What's Red up to?
You're seeing Red commit to a tech path that gives them big battlefield mechs and air units like this evac.
And it looks like they're just dropping right on top of Blue, who is killing a chicken? What's the chicken there, Tim?
Yeah, that's a giant chicken with a Viking helmet on it. Use your imagination. Stormgate's in pre-alpha, and that's art that we haven't gotten to yet, but imagine it as a big Mad Max Raider.
It's the most threatening placeholder art for now. And oh, I see Red diving onto Blue, and hey, picking back up into the air transport. That's some classic high-level micro.
It is, and it's really important for Stormgate that we maintain a high skill ceiling so that players can express themselves on the battlefield by maneuvering and how they interact with the battlefield.
And here we have the final fight of the game, and it looks like Blue is coming up against those mechs. Red is trapped on the other side of the trees. Oh, wait, they can blast through them now? And Blue's dodging these enormous shots, and we can also see Blue swarming in from both sides. This is not looking good for Red.
No, it's pretty grim. Red is on the ropes right here, and they've been outmaneuvered. They're caught in the corner here between two different forces coming in with a mobile pincer.
Man, and of course,
there's the GGs.
The most classic ending to an RTS game, GG. Get Tastosis on that stat. Outside of 1v1, what's coming up for Stormgate?
What you've seen today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more in store. We're going to be revealing a bunch of stuff about Stormgate the rest of this year. We're introducing new modes. We have a 3-player versus AI cooperative mode. We have team-based competitive modes. We're going to be sharing information about our storyline and campaign. We have new factions beyond the humans that you just saw today.
But Tim, what if I want to play the game right now?
If you want to play the game as soon as possible, you wish list Stormgate on Steam and you go to playstormgate.com.
But I'm an American. I want it right now.
In July.
Once again, go to Steam and wishlist Stormgate. Tim, thank you so much again for joining us, not just to talk about the 1v1 footage you shared, but the future content plans of Stormgate. It makes the RTS players' dreams come true. which might not be your dreams. I mean, your dreams might be filled with gloriously grimy Deus Ex-inspired sci-fi fisticuffs with a fiendishly Star Wars vibe to it. If so, get a load of this latest trailer for Fortune's Run.
They call the dying sun. It's been the room of many a poor girl. And me, oh God, for one.
Oh, it actually is that song.
Whatever.
That looked pretty good actually.
Men, you are about to embark upon the great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good
And
luck.
his voice acting
Let
is
us all
bad.
beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Keep moving! We've taken a German opening! Stellung halten! Kein Schimpfzeug!
God, there's a picture of the new Xbox interface. Honestly, I haven't really been happy with Xbox UI in a very long time. They used to have like the best. But there's no good AI on any console now. Or UI, sorry. Like, they all suck. I can't really, like, I'm I'm okay with Xbox just because of that was barely anything. I don't even know. Xbox UI is tolerable. I am not a fan of the PS4 UI or the Switch UI, but whatever. I don't care anymore. Whatever gets me in the game, I guess.
Call it Map Jack. Wish list now.
Toma, qué cabazo.
Ah,
fizeste bom negócio. Esse é o meu Rio Grande, che.
Seems like this is gonna be 2 hours because we're at the hour and a half mark. So yeah, I was pretty much correct. It's gonna be a 2-hour show. I'm actually gonna look it up because I'm pretty sure they're 2 hours, but see what last year's was.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But, good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Search 2022. I'm getting all
Frank,
current
we've
live
seen
streams for
impressive,
2023.
almost like unrealistic tech on display today. It's just a shame our viewers at home can't get their hands on some of that bleeding edge hardware.
Your concerns are both unnecessary and convenient, Sean. As the long-term vanguard of gaming, Alienware continues to offer high-end PC hardware. Considering their extraterrestrial origins, it comes as no surprise.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, Frankie, but they're not actually made by aliens.
Websites in my training model contain compelling evidence to the contrary, Sean. The truth is out there.
Great. But let's do some truth-telling of our own and hear what Alienware is offering the folks at home.
Alienware
Oh my god. Okay, last year it was 2.5 hours.
Play to what you do for work. That's very hardware intensive.
When using Alienware, you get a performance that is very, very difficult to match.
It doesn't have just the kind of like generic gamer look.
2021 was an hour and a half. 2022 was 2.5 hours. Therefore, 2023 will be 3.5 hours. God damn it.
Don't miss your
Let's
shot.
keep one-upping it by an hour every time.
In that code now. I mean, Frankie, can you believe this? We got an Alienware M18 laptop
This is
with
brutal.
an Intel Core i9 processor for the fine price point of $3. Oh, it's enough to get anyone's blood pumping.
As you know, Sean, I'm a network of predictive algorithms and generative software. I am fundamentally incapable of belief.
Look, I understand.
I also don't have blood.
But
Would you like me to procure blood, Sean?
God, no, absolutely not. Anything but that. Let's move on to literally anything else. So, what's next? Well, this is a little awkward. Let's have a look at some incoming DLC for Vampire Survivors. Oh boy.
Yeah, let me look at the live stream from last year, see if there's like a pre-show. There was a pre-show, so about a half hour long, so the actual show itself would be about 2 hours. Okay. So if they're keeping that the same this year, then it's going to be about a 2-hour show. So we're almost there. Like another half hour.
Devil, cosmic finger.
Vampire Survivors. That game's supposed to be really good. Never played it. I do have an Android phone. But
We are only a couple months out from the full release of Baldur's Gate 3. I literally cannot tell you how excited I am to try out some of the character builds I've got going on up here. I'm thinking of running like a mage tank kind of vibe. And wait, Frank, can you generate like an awesome character art for me in like a D&D style? Like, look, I want to be a wizard, like fully Gandalf out with like a staff and like blasting spells like that. Can you like give me a sample piece of art?
One moment. Here you are, Sean.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
This was generated in seconds, while a professional artist's work would take hours, if not days.
Yes, that is true. It's hard to tell this wasn't the work of a trained professional, but do you have any professional artist work, you know, just to like compare?
I do. Thanks to the YouTube animators extraordinaire at MASH. Here's an original animation for Larian's Baldur's Gate 3.
My fellow adventurers, the road to Baldur's Gate has been long. We have fought cultists of a strange new god, battled packs of fearsome gnolls, and gone toe-to-toe with creatures from beyond this plane. And today we faced our greatest foe yet.
He was just so strong. And I think his blood was acid? I'm not sure how that even works, like anatomically.
Tomorrow, we find higher ground, then rain down upon him with 100 arrows.
No. First, I will incapacitate him with a fit of hideous laughter. Then, we will fill his bog with grease and set it on fire. And if he attempts to escape the blaze, fear not, for I will keep my eye out for him.
Please don't. Even Lae'zel's puns are more amusing.
Among Githyanki, I am considered extremely humorous.
Enough! We must defeat this foe. Somewhere within these twisted swamps dwells a hag who possesses a potent potion, an elixir that could grant us the ability to converse with the creature. However, attaining it will necessitate a trade.
Give me his spleen.
Steel your nerves, friends. I will now attempt to reason with the creature. Most mighty beast, though you defeated us once, we have returned to seek your guidance. Impart your knowledge upon us, and teach us the source of your power.
It's here. Frog.
Oh, I didn't know you speak frog. Gosh, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm so embarrassed. You know, ever since the hag turned me into a frog, I've been down in the dumps.
Okay. Uncalled for. What even was that? What was that game?
Cities are incredibly hard to make in RPGs because you have to make sure that every single nook and cranny has something to do. You have to make sure that it's different.
Baldur's
So
Gate,
it's
yeah.
Incredibly creative. Given that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate, the city was really going to be the thing that people were going to be talking about.
The city of Baldur's Gate is seamless, which it originally wasn't.
You only can judge the game when you have all the components together, and if the mix doesn't work, we start over.
At some point, he said, like, can't we just connect everything? And that was a very interesting day.
One of the things that's done is it's brought a level of believability and immersion and also complexity that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Now it was this seamless, giant organism, and it really, really felt good.
It's being able to look out of a window and see down the city slopes, so you're seeing down toward the docks, and you're like, one of my teammates might be down there. They might be running around down there.
We worked on it as a painting almost. You start with a sketch, a very basic line, and then you just start adding layers and layers.
We can put lots more of the city onto the screen than they could in 1998. So we can do something that is more immersive, richer, has more texture to it.
It feels like you are walking around a place where there are lots and lots of people living their actual lives.
You have crowds that are walking around, can talk to pretty much anybody, and they react to every single thing. It's very alive in that sense.
Every person that you meet in Baldur's Gate has got a story to them.
All the things that you have done up to the city really matter. You can really feel the conclusion of everything just gathering there.
We actually build anticipation through all these characters that you've met, through all these situations that you've been through.
All the stories that you have been following, all the decisions that you've been making, they all come to fruition in that lower city.
And the great thing is, if you so choose, you can be another bad thing that's happening to the city. You can arrive and be like, this place is on fire, and then you can throw petrol all over it.
During production, we felt like the city was our destination.
We spent, I think, 3 times, 4 times as much effort on the city than we originally planned. But the result, the feeling of walking in there is just fantastic.
You have this constant jostling of things that are very much of the real world, and then you can indulge in the completely fantastical.
And then when you walk into the city, the noise of everybody talking to each other, the knowledge that everywhere you look, you can go there and you can do something, the knowledge that you can fly through it, it's great. So the thing that I was the most afraid of when we started making this game turned out to be the thing that I'm the most proud of.
Larian Studios breaks the classic RPG series out of a 2-decade retirement when Baldur's Gate 3 finally releases on August 31st. Up next, we're forging ahead with more fantasy as flame-headed fighters face ferocious foes in a co-op action roguelike. After all, what's a roguelike without an onslaught of algorithmic terrors? I feel like there's a lot of that going on around here lately. Anyways, here's the latest trailer for Ember Knights.
Looks okay. World premiere. Still doing world premieres. Are we at 2? Now I'm just thinking. Oh yeah, I guess we are. Yeah.
What?
Would you like the endless loop of terror, death, repeat in the upcoming stealth extraction horror, Macabre? In Macabre, you and your friends will team up to confront interdimensional terrors, venturing deep into unstable time risk tasked with uncovering the source of terrifying anomalies. A great way to enjoy the outdoors. Built in Unreal 5, this exclusive debut will be out later this year in early access.
Seriously don't have any signal.
Not even one bar, there's nothing. I can't get in.
So, I forgot to mention, there's like a super weird, scary thing getting around inside the rift.
The hell was that, a bear?
Have you ever heard a bear sound like that before?
Never seen a bear before. You guys look lost.
Oh, Microsoft has confirmed that GeForce Now users will be able to stream select PC games from the PC Game Pass library in the months ahead.
I call it the atomic space shifter. If anything goes wrong, not that it will, I can pull you back.
Might be a podcast topic
A
here.
lot of folks have come up here looking for answers. It's weird. It's like time runs differently here.
Guys, I think I found something.
We gotta find the others, dude.
I feel like GeForce Now should be part of Game Pass Ultimate. Just saying. Be nice.
Haha! I can't believe it worked. This is it. This is the key to. Ah, you're alive. Ready to go back in?
weird looking game. World premiere.
We thought we had billions of years before our sun died. We were wrong.
Alright, cool concept already. I like it.
Thousands of us answered the call.
Be a nice TV show
Rallying to save
idea.
those we can. Every one of our ships a ray of hope. Captain, it is up to you to find us a new home, so we can plant the future seeds of humankind.
Copy. Plotting course now. Sector locked in. We are cleared to jump. Prepare for warp jump in 3, 2, 1.
Soft landings, Captain.
I need to see the
As great as
gameplay.
Merciless looks, it makes you wonder, how are we in the real world going to fare when our big, beautiful sun enters its twilight years? Me, I'm optimistic. Who knows what we'll achieve by then? Every billionaire-funded space rocket that detonates moments after takeoff is one more step on the winding road of progress. Up next, tie on those togas and make merry with fine wine as all roads lead to this newest city builder. Here's a first look at Nova Roma.
Oh jeez. No. So many of these games just look the same. I'm just saying how it is. Oh, the gods are doing that. They're smiting the people. World premiere. Could be a final world premiere then day.
The Great War is over. All we want is to return home.
HQ Nordic, we could see this again in August.
Brothers and sisters.
Inspired by real events.
None of us thought this part of the journey would be the most difficult. We still hope to see our home once again. across the endless snowfields of Siberia.
I don't know if this is I don't know if this is
By the red and white armies.
I don't know if this is appropriate right now.
By armored train in a harsh winter. Far from our loved ones. Outnumbered by enemies, we fight to make our way. Surrounded by wilderness, we manage in order to survive. This is our last chance. Our last train home. Will you lead us?
Let's train home.
Pairing squad tactics with historic inspiration, Last Train Home is based on real events in the aftermath of World War I. However, historians continue to uncover records describing train passengers travelling homewards, some dating as recently as 2023. Whether any train home is truly the last remains the subject of academic debate. History is clear on one thing though: puppets can't be trusted. As proof, watch as Sesame Street meets survival horror in
What?
my friendly neighborhood.
What?
Hey Gordon, it's Kyle. I know we're dropping this on you last minute, but we need you to head down to the Sunrise Street studio lot.
Oh my god.
Last night and started broadcasting that old puppet show over the news. You need to turn that thing off. You gotta get this done, man. Bye.
The last job of the day is always the worst.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Let's do this.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
think I ended early. Can we go back to the beginning?
A sprint victory and points up for grabs right here.
Push as much as you can.
I can't believe that. That was crazy.
Can they push more, I wonder? They can't afford to sit back
This
and
F1.
relax now.
Are we in trouble or not?
Oh, and that's a crash.
I push now, thanks for push now.
And McLaren with a great overtake. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
F1 manager.
Hey, Frank AI, how are the metrics looking? Are we like doing numbers?
We're attracting considerable viewership, Sean. However, I've identified a simple programming adjustment to target underrepresented segments of our audience demographic. Shall I execute it?
Well, hell yeah, let's do it. Ah, cornering the VTuber market. Smart, very smart. I'm just not really sure this is my vibe, but since we're on a time crunch, let's see what's next for Subnautica Likes in Space with a trailer for Breath Edge 2.
Oh my god. They cut out all that BS. Be an hour and a half show. What? Still going. This thing is still going. Ugh. Got a Stardew Valley type game. The people are glitching out. It's gonna end up being a horror game. Missing children. Oh my god. Hansel and Gretel. Okay. Things took a turn. Boomtown. A different story. Okay.
Man, there are so many great video games in this year's show. Frank AI, what do we know about sand?
Sand is a fine granular substance composed of mineral particles.
You're gonna talk about the
gravel, but coarser than silt.
game that was announced at the Summer Game
But
Fest.
it's also a brand new survival game set in an alternate history where Austro-Hungarian soldiers smuggle space salvage across alien deserts.
I don't understand that sentence. Would you like to hear more about sand types?
Oh, no need. I'm about to know plenty. Let's take a look at sand.
Oh, the game's called Sand. Proudly made in Ukraine. Nice.
Завітайте в Лазуровий порт. У нас найкращі пляжі, готелі та ресторани. Файно! Замовлю собі багатського м'яса та пива. А ви що, хлопці?
Ну, раз ми ліпші, то попали себе шампанським і морським оленем. А ти ж, Петро?
А я, як завжди, маленьку бану ще хочу.
Йой, то ж ресторан, а не корчма.
Може ресторан бути найліпшим, якщо бану ще немає. Що ти курва шкірися?
What in the Will Smith's Wild Wild West is happening here? Sand. What a title.
We have reached the end of this year's show, and we're
There,
saving
finally,
something
okay.
very exciting for the end. Dune Awakening, the survival.
I did write down 8 games
of the classic sci-fi series.
in a 2-hour span, but 8 games.
Big finale.
If you like, I could fill the room with sand.
That's a little literal, don't you think? But what if we had like costumes? Oh, Dune's got some really cool costumes. We have the still suits, the royal garments. Oh my God, I could dress up maybe as like a giant sandworm.
It will require 3 million teraflops of processing power to render you as a sandworm, Sean.
I mean, don't worry about it. We can skip the costuming. It's just something that like Frankie and I used to do. Like, not you, like the real Frankie with the fun hair who's not a computer. Oh, man, there was this one year where she was a shark. And then, and she was like a mech pilot, and I had a spaceship. And there was this other time with togas, and I had this really nice robe. Anyways, just forget it. I'm living in the past. I shouldn't even miss this stuff. I mean, we're adults, right? Frankie Ward?
Do you still want to do the costumes bit, Sean?
I want to do the dress up bit so bad. I'm sorry, I tried to fire everyone and make money with computers.
Shut up and put the costume on.
I hate this so much.
Frankie, would you do the honors?
Gladly. Here is an exclusive interview with the team making a survival MMO that's more sought after than a suitcase stuffed with spice melange. It's Dune Awakening.
I think they showed this last year, right?
My name's Joel Bylos. I'm the creative director on Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening is a survival, open
Or at the
world,
Game Awards, maybe.
massively multiplayer game. It is a game where players are invited to explore the world of Dune. They involve themselves in politics, they involve themselves in intrigue, they involve themselves in combat. They have to survive on the most dangerous planet in the universe. And through this experience, they come to know the factions in the world and the universe. So
I think I have that same
Dune
mouse.
Awakening
I think I
begins.
literally have that same mouse right here.
A castaway on the planet in the deep desert, and all you have is a knife that you've made out of scrap metal. And you need to creep into enemy camps and knife them in the back and steal the water from their still suits. By the end of the game, perhaps you're running a guild. You have a fleet of vehicles, ornithopters flying in formation, sandbikes cruising across the desert beneath them, tanks kicking up a cloud of dust as you drive to a spice blow in the distance in order to harvest with your guild. And you see in the distance another guild coming towards you, and just as you clash, you hear the rumble of a sandworm coming. That's combat in Dune Awakening.
My name is Viljar Sommerbach. I'm the game director on Dune Awakening. You start out in the desert, surviving, clinging to life, and in the end, you might become someone like the Baron Harkonnen, and then you try to cling to power. Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. Surviving on Arrakis means that you need to prepare for sandstorms, you need to find water, it's a constant threat against survival. The sandworm, every time you try to cross the desert, the sandworm will come. You will sometimes outrun it, sometimes you may not.
Dune Awakening is built upon a foundation of 5 pillars. Survival, which is obviously everything you'd expect to see in a survival game. It's water discipline, it's the surviving the sandstorms that sweep across Arrakis. Then we have politics and intrigue, which speaks to the faction gameplay of the game. It's about, siding with one of the factions, thinking about how they work together, perhaps assassinating members of the other factions. Then there's infinite exploration. Infinite exploration, which is one of the things I'm most excited about, is how the world changes over time. We have a concept called a Coriolis storm, and when it sweeps across the landscape, the sands shift, revealing new points of interest, hiding others, making the game renewed every week. Then we have Combined Arms. Combined Arms is our combination of vehicles, melee combat, range combat, and abilities all working together to create a seamless sandbox combat experience. And finally, we have expression and customization, which is really more than just talking about like
we're over the 2 hour
expression
mark now.
customization, which of course we have armor sets and
Now
clothing
officially
and
over the
a
2
robust
hour
character
mark.
creation. But in addition to that, it's
Better not be having a
the way you
Dune
want.
direct
Do you
here.
want to be a trader? You can do that. Do you want to be a fighter? Of course you can do that. Do you want to be a spy? Maybe that's what you're looking for. All of these things built into these pillars.
So the journey of the player, we've divided that into 4 parts. We think of them as survive, protect, expand, control. The survive part means that you're up against the planet itself and you're clinging onto life. In the protect phase, you've gathered some stuff, you might have a base, but you also want to make sure that nobody else comes to take it away from you, so you try to build defenses and make sure that your base is in the clear. Then, in the expand phase, you lift your gaze and you look around and you see that others have stuff as well, and you might want to take their stuff. Then, in the control phase, you may find yourself being a part of a guild or even the leader of a guild. Then, the goal is to control the flow of spies on Arrakis. However, you're never safe. There's always someone lurking around the corner. Can you really trust your second in command? So the goal of the control phase is that you are clinging to control. Whenever you get into combat in the desert of Arrakis, try to get it over with quickly, because not only are you fighting human combatants, but the planet Arrakis itself is the greatest protagonist there is.
And with that, the PC Gaming Show 2023 is done. And what a show it was! And what a lesson for me, honestly. AI excels at plenty, but only an absolute doofus would think it can replace the human touch. I mean, you'd have to be an irredeemable bozo, like a real human dumpster to pull that.
So that's the end of Frank AI? You are getting the band back together?
I mean, yeah, if we get another show next year, then yeah, you betcha.
If?
Well, you know, Dakota, the guy's pretty smart. I mean, I think he's actually the CEO now of PC Gamer and all subsidiary publications and IPs. I think he's got some really great ideas, but he also caddies for some very influential people on the golf course. Life comes at you fast, I guess. Either way, see you next year. Bye-bye. Bye.
I don't know if you will see me next year.
Bye.
Alright, they're trying to tell me to go. Guess we're going. Let's not watch the credits. Alright. We're gonna be back tomorrow for the Ubisoft Forward. Hopefully be a good presentation. The Capcom showcase after that. Who knows? There may be a surprise Nintendo Direct at some point. I would hope so. I would love to do a reaction for that. The most hyped thing I was looking forward to this year, and it might not even be a thing. Just made up in my head. Then there's the Upload VR showcase on Wednesday. That's going to wrap things up for our Summer Game Fest coverage for the week, at least. There's some upcoming events. I don't know if we're going to be doing live streams for those. We'll see what happens. If you miss any of our showcase reactions, it is available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@SpawnTrapGames. You can watch them over. Go watch or listen to some of our podcasts. We should be planning to record some new ones soon. Did somebody text me? Did Jordan text me back? Oh. Nope. Okay. So he may be joining me tomorrow for the Ubisoft one. I'm not sure. He's not the biggest Ubisoft fan, so I am. So maybe we'll get like a mixture of opinions on the showcase. And the other thing is, there's actually a lot to look forward to for the Ubisoft presentation. Obviously there's the new Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the 12 other Assassin's Creed games that they've announced. I'm sure that they'll talk about them. Where's my camp? There's the Star Wars game, obviously. It's not Ubisoft that's making Indiana Jones, right? It's another publisher. Well, I mean, it's an Xbox game, published game, but I can't remember what the developer was that's working on that. And then I don't remember exactly what else. Oh yeah, there's Prince of Persia. There's the new side-scrolling Prince of Persia game. Might show more on that, or even talk about where the status is of the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, which I it's at the point now where it's like beyond good and evil. At this point, they can say as much as they want that they're still working on the game, but the game is dead to me for the second time. It has now died for twice. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake is almost at that step for me. It feels like it's a dead project. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's show. Let me know what your favorite game was on PC Gaming Show today. I will say that I don't know. Mariachi Legends look cool. The Ebenezer and the Invisible World, Metroidvania type game set around Christmas time, and Christmas Story. That's cool. Hidden Door, that role playing game that's using like kind of like an AI thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's some interesting gems like there usually is for the PC Gaming Show every year. It's just wrapped around a really cringeworthy showcase that doesn't need to be that long and showcases games that we've already seen from other showcases like the Future Game Show, Guerrilla Collective, Summer Game Fest, Wholesome Games, Future of Play, all of those showcases usually showing the same games that we see in the PC Gaming Show. This showcase out of everything seems like the most unnecessary. That's mostly because it's long. It takes place after all those other ones, so we've already seen those games, and they have this filler cringe skit that they have to fill in that time for when really they don't. They just make it shorter and not have to include so much. But this is definitely like the worst show of the bunch to watch. This reminds me of E3 days of old, and we get those really bad showcases during E3. There's just like a mockery of gamers rather than just just show us what we want. Devolver had the same concept for a skit for a show. I mean that their whole thing is let's make a skit and have fun around this, right? But not at the expense of gamers to actually celebrate it and by mocking it in a weird way. But they do a good job at it. So they had the exact same concept, but executed it a lot better. It was a much better show to watch for that reason, and they had great games to show. But I digress. Anyways, we will be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.